it's okay to socialize in the gym, and there is an equation between this and that, hard work and socializing, but I like to just do hard work, right? So that's why I come at the time I come. 1 o'clock then came. This was the first time 1 o'clock came, daylight savings. I got my Gatorade slash tripod. I got my belt, and I'm setting up the bar. It was already set on the 5 that I need, which is a foot shorter than I actually would do if I was doing high bar squats, but I'm going low bar squats and I'm going low. So I'm putting these safeties. I have to put these safeties down a little bit more because I don't squat like this. I squat like this. I squat all the way down, right? Full squat, right? I'd rather do less weight with a full squat than more weight with a half fake cheat rep squat. I don't believe in those. A lot of guys do those, and a lot of guys, if you cool with that, you cool with that. I can't tell you what to do, but we do real squats over here at Reppin Fitness, man. And my squat is my worst lift. So right now I'm showing y'all that while I do a low bar squat, I don't want to have to tiptoe. So that's why I set the bar at like chest height so I could go under. Look at my legs. You can barely see my legs, but I was trying to show y'all that my legs are bent and I can just push up and then I could unrack like that, and I could easily rack it back. I don't have to tiptoe. When you got heavy weight on the bar, you don't want to have to tiptoe, but I don't have any weight on the bar. With a bench press, I usually start with no weight, but when I squat, I start with a 45-pound plate on both sides, all right? So that'll make it 135 pounds right there, and that's what I warm up with, and then I go from there, all right? So right now I want to talk about a little bit of math, right? Like I said, my squat out of the 3 powerlifting lifts, the deadlift, the squat, and the bench press, the flat bench press, my squat is probably on a good day equal, slightly heavier than my bench press. This isn't going to be that good of a day. I've been kind of slacking again on my squats, and that's the reason why my squats is a poverty squat anyways. Not because I don't know what I'm doing, not because I don't have strength, not because I don't have the muscle. It's because, haste makes waste. You use it or lose it, all right? So you have to squat regularly to have a pretty good squat. So this is 185. I threw a 25 on both sides, which is 50 pounds, added to 135. All right, math-based fitness, all right? Math-based lifting, right? So what do I mean by that? All right, what I'm doing today is I'm working up to a heavy single, and I'm going to when I have to do rep work. I know the things that I have to do to make my squat better. I already did my 100 days of squat every day, where I made it to like 90 some days, and I failed at the last few days due to car problems and things like that. But no excuses. Excuses are useless. Everybody got them. But, even if they're facts, like for instance, the gym was empty when I first started. That's 225. The gym was empty when I first started. And when I got to my heaviest squat, I ended up giving up on it. And I could blame other people because other people was in the gym and all this and all that. But instead of worrying about that, I got to worry about what I need to do to make my squat better, all right? But yeah, those distractions will make you nervous. I didn't catch anybody on camera because I don't do that. But yeah, man, in between my 275 and my 295 attempt, I took a long time. I was distracted. I was out of it. I was out of my zone, and I had no business even attempting to do that 295, which ain't even that heavy a weight. I can bench press well over that right now, and I'm 185 pounds, right? Well, gym weight, I'm 185 pounds. Home weight, I haven't weighed myself at home in a long time, which is more accurate because you will be weighing yourself without other things, If I'm weighing myself in the gym, I got clothes on, I got this on, I got that on, right? So this is 275. I grabbed my belt because 275 isn't that heavy, but it felt heavy to me right now, as of right now, all right? When I was on my squat every day thing, 275 went up like nothing. I think I went up to like 345 or something like that. I don't remember exactly the number, 330 something, 340 something. 275 was kind of a grinder, but I did it, you know what I'm saying? But math-based fitness, I want to do 80% of whatever my top set is today. So I got 295 on the bar. And like I said, I chickened out on it. But let me tell you, 80% of so I'm going to count 275. 80% of 295 would have been like 235, and 80% of 275, I'm gonna count that because I actually got it, right? So I'm gonna use that as my max, even though that's nowhere near my actual max. So I want to drop the weight down, not this session, but my next squat session, and do 220 for reps, high reps, right? And then the next squat session, add 10 pounds, 230, 240. You know what I'm saying? If it was bench press, I would be doing maybe 5-pound increments the same way. If it was deadlift, I would probably do 15-pound increments. You know what I'm saying? Because my deadlift is my strongest lift. All right. But I did want to show y'all how 275 on the bench press look. A lot of people say that, oh, you bench press 275 or you squat 275. That means it's the same. So I didn't warm up with this. I started with the bar, then I went to 135, then whatever. And then I was going to put more plates on there and do the 300, all right? I recently got back to 300 on bench, but I've been benching a lot too often. But since my my squat was ruined, and I'm not going to blame dude. He ain't mean nothing by it. Salute, whatever. It was me this time. He was there, but it was me. He ain't say nothing to me. Well, he kind of was walking on my platform and all that, but I didn't catch that on camera. So 275, easy. You know what I'm saying? Then I was gonna go for 295. Then I decided not to. Kind of burnt out. You know, I'm cool. It's all gravy, baby. It's all gravy. Hey, you lived enough for another day. You know what I'm saying? Live for another day. But circumstances, this workout was actually cool. I'm gonna just take it as a lesson. I ain't taking it as a loss. So what I'm doing is from there, I'm gonna do what I said I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna add it from there. Watch my top 10 misconceptions about weight loss. Don't wait until New Year's. Watch my New Year's playlist so you can already have a plan before you even come. You know what I'm saying? Comment, like, subscribe, share. Holla back at your boy. Peace.